Hello, everybody. Scoony007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 13-11 Boston Red Sox taking on the 11-11 Tampa Bay Rays. This is game one of a three-game series of a AL East matchup. And here is who's going to come out on top in game one. Will it be the Red Sox? Will it be the Rays? We'll find out in 9 innings time. And here is the starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Leading off, the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Batting second, the second baseman, Dustin Peoria. Batting third, the designated hitter, David Ortiz. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the left fielder, Manny Ramirez. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Kevin Yorkills. Batting sixth, the right fielder, J.D. Drew. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Sean Casey. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Alex Cora. And batting ninth, the catcher, Kevin Cash. On the mound for the Rays, it's Matt Garza. He'll come in today's game with a starting ERA of a 2.77. He's got 1 win and 1 loss. He's pitched 13 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. We're here at Tropicana Field, which gives a +2 to strikeouts and a +3 to walks. And with that, Jacoby Ellsbury steps up into the batter's box as the home plate umpire dusts it off. He's batting a .247, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. We're going to start this game off with a range play. Now, on a range play, we're going to check the first number of the defense. And whose position are we checking? It's going to be a single to Upton, 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a single out there in the center field. Upton's range is on a 1-4.
Fly ball, left center field. Tries to catch it.
It's a 4. He'll make the catch. And that'll put one away. He's 8 for 12 on his range plays. That's going to bring up Dustin Peoria. He's batting a .290. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4, range play again. And this time it's going to be a 4-4. Column 4, row 4, ground ball down the first baseline to Hinsky. His range is on a 1-3. It's a 5. That's going to be good for a base hit. And with that, Peoria will get on with a base hit. So let's take a look at the starting defense for the Tampa Bay Rays. We got Crawford out there in left field. Upton will be in center. Gross will be at right. Going around the horn, we've got Longoria on third. Barnett will be at short. Iwamura will be on second. Hinsky at first. Navarro will be behind the plate. And Garza will be on the mound. That's going to bring up David Ortiz. He's batting a .264. 1 out, runner on first. Strategy roll is an 8. Infield at double play depth. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. Possible error on a throw. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. Double star 6. It's going to be a fly ball to Gross. It's a throwing error. And that's going to be to Iwamura. In range for Iwamura, that is a 2. And we crushed the game. David Ortiz batting a 264. Strategy roll is an 11. The infield is at double play depth, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. Possible error. Whose error range are we checking? That's going to be a 3-3, column 3, row 3, fly ball to Ross. Error range is a 1. That is a 7. No error there. And that'll be 2 away. Two away, and with 2 outs, we add a +1 to the base run rating. And that is going to bring up Manny Ramirez. He's batting a 310. Strategy rolls an 11. The infield is at normal depth, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. That is a blank. Ramirez. 5-3, column 5, row 3, double star 5. Ground ball down the third baseline. Longoria will get it. Throw it across the horn for out number 3. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Red Sox will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. Leading off, the second baseman, Akinori Iwamura. Batting second, the left fielder, Cara Crawford. Batting third, the center fielder, B.J. Upton. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the designated hitter, Johnny Gomes. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Eric Hinsky. Batting seventh, the catcher, Donner Novero. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Gabe Gross. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jason Barnett. On the mound for the Red Sox, it is Tim Wakefield. He'll come in today's game with a starting ERA of a 5.73. He's got 2 wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 22 innings, allowed 22 hits, 16 strikeouts, and 12 walks. And with that, Iwamura steps up into the batter's box. He's batting a 286, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6, range play at the ballpark. So anytime the at symbol comes up as your result off of the pitcher card, you'll resolve the play using the ballpark card. In this case, it's still going to be a play off the ballpark card, but it's also going to be a range check. Whose range are we checking? And that's going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a ground ball down the first baseline. Casey, his range is a 1. It's a 4, and we're going to roll a D20 to see. On a 1 to 4, it's a double. 5 to 20, it's a single. It's a 20, and that's going to be good for a single. And Iwamura will lead off with a base hit. Casey is 0 for 3 on his range plays, has 2 errors so far throughout the replay, and that is going to bring up Cara Crawford. Crawford batting a 211. Strategy roll is a 15. Infield double play depth, the Rays holding off. And that is going to be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank. Now, we consider that a blank because Crawford is a left-handed batter. So on the pitcher card, we look to the left-handed side of the slash. It's a blank, and that is going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a double in the left field. And with that, that's going to put runners on second and third. And with that, Iwamura will hold at third. And runners 90 feet away. B.J. Upton batting a 253. Strategy roll 13, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. Strikeout on a 1-4. That is a 1. Struck him out. So 1 away. Runners still on second and third. Strategy roll now is an 11. That's going to bring up Johnny Gomes. Gomes batting a 260. Infield in. Here's the pitch. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1-17, the 20 is too high. Gomes. And that is going to be a 5-6, 5-4, sorry, column 5, row 4. It's a line drive to the shortstop. No double play there, and that's going to be 2 outs. And it would have been on a 1, it would have been at first. On a 2-3, it would have been at second base. So 2 away, runners on first and second. Strategy roll 18. Evan Longoria batting at 243. And here is the pitch. Infield normal depth. And that is going to be a 6-1. Column 6, row 1. Strikeout on a 1-15. The 18 is too high. And that is going to be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. Fly ball back there to Ellsbury. Real quick, we did not take a look at the defense for the Boston Red Sox. We got Ramirez out there in left field. Ellsbury will be in center. Drew at right. Going around the horn, we've got Yorkills on third. Cora will be at short. Peoria will be on second. Casey at first. Cash will be behind the plate. And Wakefield will be on the mound. That is going to be a fly ball back there to Ellsbury, who will make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and the Rays will leave 2 stranded after 1. We're tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. Kevin Yorkills, J.D. Drew, and Sean Casey due up for the Red Sox. Kevin Yorkills batting a 310, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6, range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Tropicana Field, and that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. Power hit to Crawford. Now, on the power hit off of the ballpark card, a 1 will be a double, 2 through 6 will be a triple, 7 to 12 is a home run, and if it's 13 to 20, nothing happens. It's a 1 that's going to be a double right now to Crawford. Crawford's range is on a 1-4. That is a 3. He's running back to the wall. He'll make the catch. He makes the catch as he bangs into the wall and puts 1 away. And that is going to bring up J.D. Drew. Drew batting a 288. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout. On a 1-11, that is a 3. Struck him out. Sean Casey batting a 326. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a strikeout plus. Now, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to the strikeout range, plus what the range, plus the modifier from Tropicana Field, which is a +2, so we're adding 12. That is a 19. That is an 8. Struck him out looking. And that will retire the side. The Rays retire the Red Sox in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Go to the bottom of the second. Eric Kinski, Donald Navarro, and Gabe Gross due up for the Rays. Eric Kinski batting at 232. And the pitch. That's going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6, range play at the ballpark. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4, double star 4. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Drew. Drew's range is on a 2. That's a 2. He makes the catch. What a catch. He makes it, and that's going to put one away. Donna Navarro batting a 227, 1 out, nobody on. Infield normal depth. The pitch. 2-6 again. Column 2, row 6, range play. Once again, we go back to Tropicana Field, and that is going to be a 5-2 home run. Ellsbury's range is a 4, and that's going to be not a home run. It's going to be a double for Donner Navarro. Now we'll rule that as a ground rule double. Pops up and goes into the out of the field, so it's going to be a double for Navarro. Gabe Gross, first time we're seeing him in this on the team. No average just yet. Strategy roll is a 5. He's actually been in 2 games, 2 at-bats. His actual stats from the actual season, he's played in 143 games, 345 at-bats, 46 runs, 40 RBIs, 13 home runs, and 4 stolen bases. Strategy roll is a 5, infield at normal depth, and here is the pitch to Gabe. And that's going to be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a blank. Gabe, 3-2, column 3, row 2. It's a ground ball to Cora. He'll make the catch. And the out will be at first. So, and with that, Navarro will hold. So 2 outs, runner on second. Strategy roll is a 15. And that is going to bring up Jason Barnett. Barnett batting a 270. Strategy roll 15. Rays holding off. And the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. That is a strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 3. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and the Rays again will leave 1 stranded after 2. We're still tied at 0. We go to the top of the 3rd. Alex Cora, Kevin Cash, and Jacoby Ellsbury due up for the Red Sox. Alex Cora batting a 400. And the pitch. Cora, 5-1, column 5, row 1, double star. And in the actual game, when you roll double star off the pitcher card, you roll 1d6 to determine what the auto out is. In the PC game, which is what we're playing, it will randomly choose it. And that'll be a ground ball to second base. Iwamura will make the play there. And that'll put 1 away. Kevin Cash batting a 333. And the pitch. Cash, 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-17, that is an 8, and that'll be a walk. So, runner on first, as Cash will trot on down to first base. Strategy roll is an 11, and we go to the top of the order. Jacoby Ellsbury 0 for 1, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6, home run on a 1-6. That is a 6. That ball is out of here. 2-run home run for Jacoby Ellsbury. As he hits it down the left field side, Crawford going back, and that ball is out of here. 2-run home run for Jacoby Ellsbury. and it puts the Red Sox in the lead. It's 2-0 Boston. Ellsbury, that is his third home run of the replay. And that is going to bring up Dustin Peoria. He's 1 for 1, 1 out, nobody on. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5, strikeout on a 1-6. That is a 3. Struck him out. And that 2 away, and that's going to bring up David Ortiz, batting he's 0 for 1, and the pitch. Pitch to Ortiz, 2-1, column 2, row 1, possible error on a ground ball. And that is going to be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. It's a double out there into left field. Crawford's error range is a 5. That is a 7. No error there. And with that, David Ortiz will get on with a double. 2 outs. Runner on second. Manny Ramirez, who is 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 6. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1, double star. That's going to be a ground ball down the third baseline. Longoria will make the catch. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the third. And that is going to be Iwamura, Carl Crawford, and B.J. Upton due up. Iwamura, 1 for 1, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6, possible error. And that is going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4, ground ball up the middle to Wakefield. He'll make the catch there. His error range is a 0, so no error there. And that'd be 1 away. Carl Crawford, 1 for 1 with a double. And the pitch. Crawford, 5-6, column 5, row 6, possible error on a throw. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3, ground ball to Cora. His error range is a 7, that is a 5. It's a throwing error. And that's going to be a 2-base error as Cora will throw it wide. And with that, Crawford will get on with an error. B.J. Upton 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. 1 out, runner on second. Strategy roll is a 14. Rays holding off. Infield normal depth. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. Hit by pitch. Tim Wakefield will give a +8 to the hit by pitch rating. That is a 10. The 19 is too high. And that is going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1, double star 1. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Ramirez. He'll make the catch. And with that, we subtract 2 from the base run rating. So he does not advance, and Crawford will hold. Crawford left. They are going to send him. It's a steal attempt. It's a 16. He will advance to third, throws it wide, and it's not a throwing error. Cash's error range is on an 1 to 8. That is an 11. So no error there. It needed to be an 8 or less. Crawford will move into scoring position 1-1. Column 1, row 1, runner 90 feet away at the ballpark. And that is going to be a 2-2. Column 2, row 2, ground ball to Peoria. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and 1 error. And the Rays will leave 1 stranded after 3. It's Red Sox 2, Rays nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. Kevin York kills, J.D. Drew and Sean Casey do up for the Red Sox. Kevin York kills, 0 for 1, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. And that's going to be a base hit out there into left field. Crawford will make the catch there. And with that, they have a runner on. The Red Sox will lead off with a runner on first. J.D. Drew up. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up. Strategy roll is a 4. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. Strikeout on a 1 to 11. That is a 1. Struck him out. And that'll be 1 away. Sean Casey, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Runner on first, strategy roll 13, infield double play depth, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4, walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, it's the same as a strikeout plus, where we'll add plus 10 to the base run rating, plus the ball, plus from Tropicana Field. So we add 13. That makes it a 20. That is an 18. And that is going to be good for a walk. So runners on first and second with 1 out. Infield still at double play depth. Strategy roll is a 6, and that's going to bring up Alex Cora. Cora 0 for 1. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a walk. On a 1 to 12, the 14, too high. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. Ground ball to Iwamura. He'll make the catch. And with that, York Hills will advance to third. However, do we have a double play? 0-0. Pivot is going to be the shortstop. And we'll take 1d6, roll it against the ground double play rating. That is a 3. And if the roll is less than or equal to the ground double play rating, it is a double play. And it is. And with that, the Rays will get out of a jam with the good old double play. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors, and the Red Sox will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Evan Longoria, Eric Hinsky, and Donna Navarro will be up for the Rays. Evan 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-1, column 1, row 1 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Tropicana Field, and that is a 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a blank. Now, a blank off of the ballpark card is considered a rare play. So anytime you roll any of the blank results on the ballpark card, there were 3 of them, it is a rare play. So let's see what the rare play happens. And with that, the shortstop goes into the hole, makes the play, and hurts his arm on the throw. Resolve play as a G6 range. So Cora's range is a 3. That is a 3. He'll make the catch there. And we'll check for injury after the pitch. And Alex Cora is out and is injured and will miss 13 games. So I will come over here and write that down on my leisure. All right, and with that, Cora gets injured, so we are going to need a new shortstop. And they are going to bring in Gil Valcrez. Valcrez will come in as the new shortstop. Eric Hinsky, 1 out, nobody on. Hinsky is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. That's going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1 at the ballpark. And that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. Power hit to Drew. It's an 8. It's a home run. And it is in range. So that is a solo home run by Eric Hinsky off the right field side. Drew goes back. And all we can do is watch it as the fans in the stand will fight over that ball. Hinsky, first home run of the replay, puts the Rays on the board. It's 2-1. Donna Navarro, who is 1 for 1 with a double, and the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-5, column 2, row 5, double star, fly ball back there to Drew. This time Drew sees it, comes up, makes the catch, and then it'll be 2 away. 2 outs, nobody on. Gabe Gross, 0 for 1, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a walk. On a 1-17, that is a 16, and that'll be good for a walk. So Gross will get on base with a walk, and that is going to bring up Jason Barnett, keeps the inning alive for the Rays. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3, strikeout. On a 1-10, that is an 8. Struck him out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and the Rays will leave 1 stranded after 4. It's Boston 2, Rays, Tampa Bay 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Kevin Cash, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Dustin Peoria due up for the Red Sox. Kevin Cash with a walk and a run scored, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a walk. On a 1-17, that is a 17, and that'll be good for a walk. So they walk Cash, and that is his 3rd base on balls. It's his 3rd walk of the game. We go to the top of the order as it flips over. Jacoby Ellsbury, 1 for 2 today with a home run, a run, and 2 RBIs. Strategy roll is an 11. And that's going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. It's a strikeout. On a 1-10, the 20 is too high. By the way, strategy roll was an 11. The Red Sox were holding off, and the infield is at double play depth. 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a pop-up. Hinsky underneath it makes the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Dustin Peoria, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 12. And here is the pitch. Runner on first, still infield, still at double play depth. And that's going to be a 5-3. Column 5, row 3. Possible error. 1-4. Column 1, row 4. That's a pop-up again. Hinsky will get it. Error range for Hinsky is on a 1-9. That is an 11. He makes the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Next, it's going to be Big Papi up. David Ortiz. He's batting 1 for 2 today with a double already. Strategy roll is in a 17. Red Sox are standing pat. Infield normal depth. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. Strikeout plus on a 1-21. That is a 4. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. And the Red Sox will leave one stranded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Iwamura, Carl Crawford, and B.J. Upton due up for the Rays. Iwamura 1-for-2, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4, possible error on a ground ball. So we're going to check the error rating, and that's going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a base hit to Casey. And Casey's error range is on a 1-8. That is a 16. No error there. And with that, Iwamura will lead off with a base hit. Carl Crawford up. He's 1-for-2 today with a double. Strategy roll is a 3, and that is going to be a hit and run attempt. So on a hit and run, all ground double play ratings will get a -2. Base run ratings get a +2. Home run and walk ratings are cut in half if we round those down. All lineouts are considered double play with the exception of an error on a throw. And if the batter strikes out, we will resolve the play as a steal. Crawford. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4, possible error on a ground ball. And that is going to be a 2-4, column 2, row 4, ground ball to Peoria. Error range is a 2, so no error there. It's an 11 for the roll. And double play check, 0, 0 for the pivot. Ground double play rating is a 1. That is a 6. So on a 6, the play is only at first. They'll get Casey. They will get Crawford out at first. So one away and runner over at second. That's going to bring up B.J. Upton. Upton is 0-for-2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 6, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-2, column 1, row 2. It's a strikeout. On a 1-14, the 20 is too high. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's a ground ball to York Hills. And with that, it's a ground out, runner on second. Runners advance on a roll of a 6 when it's hit to third. 2 outs, runner on second. And the strategy roll is a 15. The infield is at normal depth. Johnny Gomes, 0-for-2. Rays holding off, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. Range play at the ballpark. We're going to the ballpark card. That's going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. Ground ball to Peoria. His range is on a 1-4. It's a 2. He makes the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Rays will leave 1 stranded after 5. It's Red Sox 2, Rays 1. We go to the top of the 6th. Manny Ramirez, Kevin Yorkills, and J.D. Drew due up for the Red Sox. Taking a look at Matt Garza, he can face 5 more batters before he is considered tired. Ramirez 0-for-2, and here is the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is going to be a walk on a 1-19. That is a 3, and that is going to be good for a walk. So Ramirez will trot on down to first, and that's going to bring up Kevin Yorkills. 1 for 2 today. Strategy roll is a 6. Red Sox standing pat. The pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a walk on a 1 to 13. That is a 1. That's going to be another walk. So runners on first and second. Strategy roll is a 14. Infield at double play depth. No outs. Red Sox holding off on strategy. JD drew up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. Drew, 6-3, column 6, row 3, hit by pitch. That makes it a 4. Matt gives a -2, 13 too high. And that is going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6, double star 6. It's a fly ball to Gross. He'll make the catch. And that'll be 1 away, and the runners will hold. Ramirez holds at second. We subtract nothing from the base run rating when it's hit to right field. However, Gross will give a -1. That makes it a 1. The die roll is a 2. And 1 away. Sean Casey, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 16. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 9, the 13 is too high. Casey, 1-2, column 1, row 2. Fly ball to Crawford. He'll make the catch. And in this case, we subtract 2 when it's hit to left field. That's a 0. That's going to be a 3. And Ramirez still holds at second. So runners on first and second. And that's going to bring up Gil Valquez, who is 0 for 0 today. Strategy roll is a 4. Standing pat. And the pitch. Casey Valquez comes in due to the injured shortstop before. That is going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a walk. On a 1 to 3, that is a 20. It is too high. 1-4, column 1, row 4, double star 1. That's going to be a ground ball to Barnett. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and the Red Sox will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Evan Longoria, Eric Hinske, and Donna Navarro due up for the Rays. Tim Wakefield can face 3 more batters before he is considered tired. Evan Longoria, we got the bullpen warming up for the Red Sox, by the way. Evan Longoria 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 15, the 20 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double star 4. It's a fly ball back there to Drew. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Eric Hinske, 1 for 2 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4, strikeout. On a 1 to 14, that is a 10. Struck him out. And that'll be 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Donna Navarro, 1 for 2 with a double. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1, strikeout on a 1 to 8. That is a 3. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Red Sox retire the Rays in order. After 6, it's Boston 2, Tampa Bay 1. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Kevin Cash, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Dustin Peoria due up for the Red Sox. And with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Rays. And Matt Garza is done. And they're going to bring in Rays. Ray's going to comes into the game with a 5.74 ERA. No wins and no losses. He's pitched 4 2/3 of an inning, allowed 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Matt Garza, he went 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run, an ERA of a 2.84. So 9-1-2 in the lineup that he's got to face. And here is the pitch to Kevin Cash. Cash 6'5", column 6, row 5, strikeout on a 1-20. That is a 16. Struck him out. 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. Jacoby Ellsbury, 1 for 3 with a home run, a run, and 2 RBIs. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 2. Struck him out. And Dustin Peoria. Peoria now 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And that is going to be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5, double star 2. It's a ground ball to Hinske. He makes the catch, tags the base, and sing, take me out to the ball game. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Rays retire the Red Sox in order. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Gabe Gross, Jason Barnett, and Iwamura due up. And Tim Wakefield also tired. He's going to come out of this game, and the Red Sox are going to go to their bullpen, and they are going to bring in Xavier Lopez. Yep. Lopez, they're going to bring in Justin Masterson. Actually, they're going to bring, Mike Timlin actually is going to come in. Mike Timlin. Timlin comes into the game with a 3.70 ERA, no wins and 1 loss. He does have 1 save. He's pitched 7 1/3 of an inning, allowed 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Tim Wakefield, he went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run as well, an ERA of a 4.82. 2. Let's take a look at the box score real quick. After 6.5 have been played here at Tropicana Field. Red Sox came out scoring 2 runs in the 3rd inning, and they've been shut out since then. Tampa Bay came back and it's 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error committed. Tampa Bay scoring 1 run back in the 4th inning. It's 1 run on 5 hits and no errors for the Rays. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the lineup for Tampa Bay. Here's the pitch to Gabe Gross. Gross 3-1, column 3, row 1. It's a range play. And that is going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. Fly ball back there to Ramirez. His range is on a 1-3. It's a 6. It's out of his range. We'll roll 1d20 to determine if it's a single or double. It is a 9, and that is going to be good for a base hit. And Gabe Gross will get on the tying run, now aboard. So Gross is on, and they're going to do a hit and run. Jason Barnett, remember, all for the hit and runs, ground double plays give a -2. Base run ratings get a +2. Walks and home runs are cut in half. Lineouts are double plays with the exception of an error on a throw. And should Barnett strike out, will resolve the play as a steal. Here's the pitch to Barnett. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. It's a strikeout. On a 1-10, the 12 is too high. And that is going to be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's a fly ball to Drew. And that is an out, and runners will hold. Strategy roll is a 20. Now, anytime you roll a 20 on the strategy die, it's considered a pickoff play. Mike doesn't pick anyone off, but we'll still show it. It's an 18. Nothing happens. Top of the order, Iwamura, 2 for 3 today. And that is going to be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. Hit by pitch, that makes it a 0. Timlin is a -5. The 20 is too high. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6. It's a fly ball to Drew. He'll make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. Carl Crawford up. Crawford is 1 for 3 with a double. Strategy roll 14. Rays holding off. And that is going to be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. Home run chance on a 1-19. The 14 in range. We need a 5 or less. It's a 10. Out of the range, it's a 4-4. Fly ball to Ramirez. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Rays will leave 1 stranded. We go after 7. It's Red Sox 2, Rays 1, and we go to the top of the 8th. David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, and Kevin Yorkills due up for the Red Sox. And with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Rays. Our Rays coming out of the game. And the Rays are going to bring in Troy. Actually, they're going to go with Gary Glover. Glover is going to come in. Comes into the game with a 5.14 ERA, no wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 7 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Al. He went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits. But 1 inning, allowed 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 4.73. 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. No changes to their defense. And that's going to bring up David Ortiz, Big Poppy. And here is the pitch. Poppy, 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-11. That is a 6. Struck him out. And that's going to be 1 away. Next up, Manny Ramirez, who is 0 for 2. Is Ramirez going to take the hit? Ramirez is going to take the hit. And that is going to be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a ground ball to the shortstop to Barnett. He'll make the catch. And that'll be 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Kevin Yorkill's 1 for 2 with a walk. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. Ground ball down the third baseline to Longoria. He'll make the play. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Rays retire the Red Sox. In order, we go to the bottom of the 8th. And a new pitcher is on the mound for the Bo Sox. And Mike Timlin coming out of the game. And they are going to go with David. David is going to come into the game with a 3.51 ERA. He's got 1 win and no loss. He's pitched 7 2/3 of an inning, allowed 10 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And with that, BJ Upton. Let's take a look real quick at the stats here for Mike Timlin. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, an ERA of a 3.25. BJ Upton, 0 for 3. We do have a couple changes to their defense. At first base, Sean Casey going to come out. Yep. So Casey is going to come out. Kevin Yorkills will go over to first. And at third base, they're going to have Jed Laurie take over there. Now, in right field, they will have Ellsbury will take, no. Yep. So at right field, J.D. Drew is going to come out. Ellsbury is going to move over to left field to right field. And we're missing a center fielder. And Coco Crisp will come in at center. So those are the changes that the Red Sox have made. Ellsbury now playing at right field. Yorkills is playing at first. Coco Crisp at center base. And Jed Laurie will take over at third. BJ Upton, who is 1 for 3, is he going to take the hit? Upton, yes. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 5-5, column 5, row 5, double star 2. That's a ground ball down the third baseline to Laurie. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Johnny Gomes, 0 for 3. Is Gomes going to take the hit? No, he is not. Gomes is going to take the hit here. It's a 3-3, column 3, row 3, range play. And whose range are we checking? That's going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. It's a double to Coco Crisp. His range is a 1-3. It's a 5, and that's going to be good for a base hit. And Johnny Gomes is on with a base hit. And with that, they are going to call for a pinch runner here. Gomes is going to come out. And they're going to bring in Fernando Perez to pinch run. Sorry. Perez is going to come in to pinch run. Strategy roll is an 8, and that's going to bring up Evan Longoria. Longoria is 0 for 3, and Longoria is going to take the hit. Here is the pitch. The strategy roll is an 18, infield at normal depth. By the way, Coco Crisp is 1 for 5 on his range plays. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be good for a walk. On a 1-14, that is a 9. And that is going to be a walk, and we have runners on first and second. Infield, double play depth with 1 out. Strategy roll is a 4, Eric Hinske. 1 for 3 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. He's going to take the hit, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, strikeout. On a 1-14, the 15, too high. And that's going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. It's a base hit past second base. Perez goes to third. Does he make it home as he waved around? He'll go from second to home on a base run rating of a 3 through 6. That is a 3. He scores. It's a tie game. 1 run scores. Longoria on second. Does he go to third? He will go from first to third on a base run rating of a 3 through 6. That is a 3. And the runners are on the corners. Runners on the corners. Dono Navarro is up. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout, and he is going to take the hit. He's a switch hitter. He's batting left. Strategy roll is a 9, the infield in. And here is the pitch. It's a 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a strikeout on a 1-8, the 10, too high. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6, double star 5. It's going to be a ground ball down the first baseline to York Hills. And are they going to score the runner? Yes. Are they going to go for the auto out at first? They are. So, Longoria scores. Hinske goes to second, and the out at first. And the Rays have taken the lead. It's a 1-run game. Perez scored on that one. Longoria scores. Hinske goes to second. It's an RBI for Dono Navarro. It's 3-2. Gabe Gross. By the way, David is now tired. They are going to let him take the pitch. He does need 1 more out. Strategy roll is a 17, and here is the pitch. Rays, 6-4, column 6, row 4, that is a walk. On a 1-17, that is a 10, and that is going to be good for a walk. And with that, Jason Barnett is up. He's 0 for 3, and that is going to do it for David. They are going to pull him. So Barnett is going to come out, and they are going to bring in They're going to bring in Xavier Lope. Actually, they're going to bring in Jonathan Pebbleton. Pebbleton going to come in. Comes into the game with a 2.25 ERA. No wins and 1 loss. 5 saves, 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for David, he went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, an ERA of a 5.42. And the Rays have come back. Strategy role is a 5, infield normal depth. Here is the pitch. They just need 1 more out to get out of the inning. It's a 2-6, column 2, row 6. It's a strikeout. On a 1-10, that is a 5. Struck him out. And with that, we do need a pinch hitter here. So Mike Defiance is going to come in as the DR. We go to the 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And 2 left on after 8. It's Rays 3, Red Sox 2. We go to the top of the 9th. Coco Crisp, Jed Laurie, and Gil Valquez do up. Gary Glover coming out of the game. So we are going to go to the bullpen. And they're going to call in Troy. Troy will come in for. So Troy comes in the game with a 10.52 ERA. No wins and no losses. He does have 2 saves. 7 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 11 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Now, Troy does have a special K rating. We will talk about that when it comes up. Gary Glover went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 4.50. Taking a look at the box score after 8 have been played, Boston scored 2 in the 3rd inning, and they've been shut out since. 2 runs on 4 hits with 1 error. The Rays scored a run in the 4th, 2 runs in the 8th. It's 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Coco Crisp, 0-4. He's batting a 231, and here is the pitch. Coco, and that is going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a walk on a 1-13. The 14, however, is too high. 2, in the range of, we're going to check first for the special K rating on a 1-6. That is a 2. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that's 1 away. Jed Laurie batting a 200. Here's the pitch. Laurie going to take the hit, and that's going to be a 5-3. Column 5, row 3, double star. Fly ball back to Crawford. Crawford runs in, makes the catch. And just like that, the Rays are now down. The Red Sox are now down to the last out. Gil Valquez, 0-1. Here is the pitch. Can he keep the inning alive? That's going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. Hit by pitch. Troy gives a -4. That makes it a 0. The 2 is too high. 2, inside the range of the special K. It's a 1-6. That is a 2. Struck him out. And that's the game, as the Tampa Bay Rays come back to defeat the Boston Red Sox 3-2. Final line score coming right up. So the Tampa Bay Rays come back to win a close game over the Boston Red Sox 3-2. Boston 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 errors. The Rays 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Gary Glover picks up the win. David will pick up the loss. Troy picks up his 3rd save of the replay. Jacoby Ellsbury hits his 3rd home run. And Eric Hinsky hits his 1st of the replay. Taking a look at the stats here for Gary Glover, who will get credited for the win. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, and an ERA of a 4.50. David picks up the loss. He went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, an ERA of a 5.42. And Jonathan Pebbleton, who went 1/3 of an inning, got 1 strike. Troy picks up his 3rd save. He went 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 9.31. So that is going to do it for us here at Tropicana Field, as the Tampa Bay Rays will improve to 12-11, and the Boston Red Sox will drop to 13-12. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney 007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.